Hello there. There are things that you think you should be able to do with your body. But if you're like 99% of people in the world, no matter how hard you try, you just can't quite manage to do it. There are things we believe anyone can do easily, if you allow the vast majority of people quite alright. But no matter how hard you try, most likely you wouldn't be able to do what we are about to share with you now. Our body is made in such a way that there are some things almost impossible to be done with it. Here is a list of things that are impossible to do with your body, and the few mutants who can do. But we can teach you a few easy tricks and you will be able to do some of them and impress your friends very soon. Let's get on with it. Number 1. Gleeking. This is the hottest new trend. It is done by most kids and is just better than planking. Gleeking is the term used when you project saliva from the submandibular gland after compressing it with your tongue. This means you stimulate the saliva glands under your tongue to spit a concentrated jet of saliva. Sometimes this happens by accident when you yawn or when you're being operated on at the dentist. But doing it deliberately and at will is a skill very few possess. It requires dedication and tongue dexterity. Number 2. Licking your own elbow. Almost everyone knows that 99% of people can't lick their own elbow. And 90% of people told this immediately try to do this. You tried this too? Okay, moving on. So, despite the statistics, Guinness World Records gets about 5 claims a day from people who think they are special just because they can lick their elbows. Number 3. Wiggling your ear. Your cat can do it, and so can the hippo and Jeff Goldblum. But only a few other people in the world can wiggle their ears. It turned out that in 2006, scientists determined exactly why most people couldn't wiggle their own ears. The mechanism behind ear movements is sophisticated, says Bastian Termulin, who led the ear-wiggling study accepted for publication in the journal Clinical Neurophysiology. Unlike other face muscles, the ear muscles have their own sensory nucleus that controls areas of muscle function in the brainstem, says Termulin, a researcher at Erasmus MC, a university medical center in Rotterdam, the Netherlands. Compared to animals, especially bats and cats, these nuclei are rather small in humans. Perhaps you are one of the non-ear-wiggling people. We can share with you some tips that can help you try them. First, you have to find the muscle responsible for it, like with the eyebrows, and smile widely, and you will notice your ears lifting a bit. Also, you can clench your teeth to feel these muscles. Repeat the moves as often as possible in order to develop the right muscles, and soon you will be able to wiggle your ears. But be careful, because also your smile is also beautiful, and if you try too hard, you may hurt your teeth. Number 4. Touching your nose or chin with your tongue. Betcha Gene Simmons of the rock band Kiss could do both easily, but most people can't touch the tip of their nose or their chin with their tongue. She says, "I was oblivious. For the first 13 years of my life that I was endowed with a large oral appendage, my super long tongue. It really was longer than everyone else's, and I was soon to find out that having a long tongue came in handy with the girls." The ability to touch the tip of your nose or chin with your tongue is a connected feature, and only a few people, about 10% in the world population, can do this. And there are 5 times more people with Hairlines-Dantrum syndrome, which causes high reflex of the joint. However, if you are one of the lucky ones, you can do this but don't know it yet. You can train yourself. Stretch your tongue, make a point with the tip, pull your upper lips down over your top row of teeth. Next, using your lower to help blend your tongue over the upper lip towards your nose. Remember, not everyone can do this, so don't try too hard and you won't feel very well. High is to make sure there is no one around to see you make a fool of yourself. Number 5. Sneeze with your eyes open. Nope, you can't sneeze with your eyes open. Well, without forcing them open with your hands anyhow. Why? Because when you sneeze, the sneeze center in the brain sends coordinated muscle impulses along nerves controlling muscles of the abdomen, chest, diaphragm, neck, face, eyelids, and various sphincters, as well as the mucus glands and blood vessels of the nose. All this happens automatically. Mythbuster. You can't help it. Now, if you did force open your eyes, would your eyeballs pop out when you sneeze? Adam Savage of Mythbusters risked his eyes doing the experiment. Number 6. Fist in mouth. People who can fit their entire fist into their mouths are a rare anomaly. For most, it's a near impossible feat. The majority of the population can only get half or barely a quarter of their fist into their mouths. Studies have shown that to successfully fit your entire fist in your mouth usually requires both a large mouth and small hands. Although this trick has slightly sexual connotations, babies are the ones who attempt it the most, usually when teething and discovering their body parts for the first time. Number 7. Eat a spoonful of cinnamon. Cinnamon is actually the raw form of tree bark that has been ground into dust. It's insoluble in water, so it's not surprising that humans have such an intensely negative reaction to it. Ground cinnamon may have a tasty baked addiction, but it's impossible to eat on its own for most people. Attempting to do so will likely burn the inside of your throat and send you into a violent coughing fit. There are countless number of people trying to conquer the cinnamon challenge, where a spoonful of the powder is ingested. Those people are all dead now, so unless you're in the minority of people who can safely swallow it, I wouldn't try. But just like this video and subscribe to our channel. And this is all for today. See you soon.